hours, dollars, story points. Lots of us use counts to control schedule performance. But counts can produce nonsense. Here, schedule performance looks good, even though the project finishes late. What's missing is a defined mathematical relationship from counts to time. Get better counts? Here's how. Get the counts planned. Get the counts done. At the actual time, map the counts done onto the counts planned. Drop a line from there to the timeline. From the start to that point is the amount of time earned. How much is it? Count the number of full periods. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop there, because period 6 is only partially complete. That happens all the time. The fractions add up and have a big impact on schedule performance. We need to figure out how much time there is in the partial period. To do that, let's take a closer look at that period. To simplify, we'll take out some pieces and we'll add in others, starting with a straight line. It runs from the planned count at the last full period to the planned count at the end of the partial period. Connect it to the timeline. And that gives us a large triangle here. Now, let's connect the total done back to the straight line. And let's drop a line down to the timeline. That forms a scaled down version of the large triangle. Next, here is the time we need to identify, and here is the base of the small triangle. They're very close. Watch what we can do with the figures. Similar triangles have proportional sides, so A is to B as C is to D. In other words, A over B equals C over D. We want to know the time in A. B is the time between periods 5 and 6, that is, 1 period. C is the total count done, less the count planned at the last full period. And D is the planned count at the partial period end, less the planned count at the last full period. So A is the total count done, less planned count at the full period, divided by planned count at the partial period end, less the full planned count, times 1 period. That's the fraction of time earned in the partial period. The total time earned equals the number of full periods plus the time in the partial period. To measure schedule performance, start by comparing the time earned to the actual time. If earned is greater than actual, you're ahead. If less, you're behind. You earn out the planned duration only when earned equals planned, even if it happens late. More performance measurements will follow later. P.S. I adapted Walt Lipke's math to counts. Did I go into too much detail here? To appreciate Walt's math without seeing its inner workings is like reading a description of Beethoven's Fifth instead of hearing it.